Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are going to unpack the fascinating world of one of the most recognizable, yet honestly deeply misunderstood creatures on Earth. We're talking about the zebra. So often we just see a horse with a fancy coat, but today we're going to uncover how the zebra is a true symbol of freedom, incredible speed, and masterful adaptability. In the wide open, completely ruthless world of the African savanna, every single creature is rigorously tested by the laws of survival. And as we're going to see, the zebra doesn't just survive, it thrives as the striped knight of the savanna. So let me ask you this right off the bat. Are those iconic black and white stripes just for show? I mean, is it just a beautiful optical quirk of nature? Or is there something much deeper going on? Well, I'll give you a hint. There is a brilliant, highly evolved survival reality hiding right behind that famous look. Before we get to the actual magic of the stripes, let's just look at the sheer physics of the animal. The zebra is a medium-sized powerhouse, standing roughly 1.2 to 1.4 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing in anywhere between 300 and 400 kilograms. This is not a fragile animal. They possess this highly muscular, really compact build supported by long, strong legs. Basically, their anatomy is perfectly engineered for long-distance running and explosive movement. Now, what's genuinely fascinating is how completely this changes our understanding of their coats. Those stripes? They're a biological multi-tool. First off, they act as a unique fingerprint. No two zebras have the exact same pattern, which gives each individual a highly specific identity. But practically speaking, it's a giant optical illusion. When a herd is running, the blurring of those black and white lines makes it incredibly difficult for a predator to focus on a single target. Furthermore, the stripes literally reflect the sun's intense heat to keep them cool, and they create a visual static that actually prevents parasitic insects from accurately landing on their skin. I mean, think about it. Camouflage, air conditioning, and bug repellent all wrapped up in one coat. But the superpowers definitely don't stop at the skin level. A zebra's head is elongated with large eyes positioned right on the sides of its skull. This gives them an incredibly wide field of vision, meaning they have an almost 360-degree radar system. They can spot movement almost anywhere around them without even turning their heads. Pair that with long ears that can rotate at really wide angles to catch the absolute faintest rustle in the grass, and an acute sense of smell to detect danger, locate food, or identify family members. They are literally walking sensor arrays. Section 1. Built for the savanna. Speed and defense. Knowing that danger is always lurking out there in the form of top-tier predators like lions, cheetahs, and hyenas, their answer is 65. That is their top speed in kilometers per hour. When that internal alarm sounds, those powerful muscles and long legs we talked about earlier launch them into these explosive, high-endurance sprints that can outlast many of the predators trying to run them down. Now, while flight, running away rapidly and in total sync with the herd, is absolutely their primary instinct, never ever mistake a zebra for defenseless prey. If backed into a corner, they will choose fight. And a zebra's kick is devastating. A single perfectly placed kick from those powerful hind legs can cause an instantly fatal injury to even the largest, most fearsome predators in the savanna. Section 2. The power of the herd, social structure, and survival. Zebras share their sprawling habitat with antelopes, giraffes, ostriches, and countless others. But to survive the predators that follow these massive prey populations, they rely heavily on each other. Generally, a zebra's core social group is between 10 to 30 individuals. This tight-knit family is typically led by a strong male, keeping the most vulnerable, the females and the young, safely right in the center. However, during the Great Migrations, these smaller units seamlessly merge together, swelling the herd numbers into the thousands. So, the crucial point here is just how organized this society is. It's practically militaristic in its efficiency. The oldest, most experienced individuals act as the navigators, relying on years of memory to find safe paths and crucial water routes. The mothers form the protective inner ring, constantly watching over the foals. Meanwhile, the young, strong males are assigned to the perimeter, acting as the herd's initial guard and early warning system against any incoming threats. And there's a quote that captures this dynamic perfectly. If one starts to run, everyone moves at the exact same moment, as if the herd is a single organism. These bonds within the herd are virtually unbreakable. It is not just some random collection of animals hanging out. It is a highly synchronized, ultimate survival unit, reacting instantly as one. Section 3. Engineers of the ecosystem, shaping the wild. Zebras aren't just passive residents of the savanna, they're actually active landscapers, and it all starts with their digestion. Zebras actually have less efficient stomachs compared to some other ruminants like antelopes. Because their bodies don't extract nutrients quite as easily, they have to compensate. This means they must start grazing earlier, graze for much longer periods, and consume significantly larger quantities of grass. And this brilliantly illustrates their vital ecological role. Biologists call it the pioneer grazer effect. Step 1. The hungry zebras move in first, eating away the tall, tough, dry tops of the grasses that the other animals literally can't digest. Step 2. By clearing away all that roughage, they expose the shorter, highly nutritious, protein-rich shoots hiding underneath. Which brings us to Step 3. This essentially sets the dining table for the more delicate herbivores, like gazelles, who move in right behind them to feed. And their landscaping duties continue. When they migrate, their massive herds trample through dense brush, opening up vital new travel corridors for other species. The sheer weight and movement of their heavy hooves constantly break up and aerate the earth, which completely renews the soil. Their constant, volume-heavy grazing perfectly maintains the overall balance of the grasslands. They literally breathe life into the soil and sustain the whole food chain through their sheer physical movement. Section 4. The circle of life, passing the baton. So, how does this incredibly complex, highly tuned species perpetuate itself against such heavy odds? Well, while mating can happen year-round, it typically peaks when the rains arrive and food is plentiful. After a really long 12-month gestation period, a mother gives birth to a single foal weighing roughly 30 to 40 kilograms. But remember, this baby is born directly into an open world entirely surrounded by predators. The stakes literally couldn't be higher. So, the newborn foal has to win a literal race against time. Within minutes, we are talking just minutes of being born, that foal must struggle to its feet. In under an hour, it has to be capable of walking and keeping pace, because out in the savannah, mobility isn't a luxury. It is a matter of instant life or death. Within just a few weeks, while it's still nursing, it will already start tasting the grass, getting ready for its future role as a grazer. But right after birth, this beautiful and vital ritual takes place. Before fully integrating the baby into the chaotic, bustling herd, the mother will temporarily isolate her newborn. Why? She does this so the foal can memorize her exact scent and, crucially, her unique fingerprint-like stripe pattern. It's this deep, intimate bonding moment that ensures the baby won't get lost in the sea of black and white once they finally join the masses. If a zebra can master all of these skills, if it can learn the routes, outrun the lions, deliver that lethal kick when needed, and stay tight with the herd, it can live a long life. In the wild, under the right conditions, a zebra can actually live up to 20 to 25 years. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. After seeing their complex social systems, their incredible multi-purpose camouflage, and their role as the pioneer grazers that literally prepare the land for other species, is the zebra just an animal? Or is it a vital, breathing gear in the deeply interconnected machine of the savannah? Next time you see a picture of those iconic stripes, I really hope you see past the pattern and recognize the brilliant ecological engineering of the natural world. Thanks so much for diving into this explainer with me, and keep questioning what you see.